Hello. In previous recordings on Quarkus and Backstage, we had the opportunity to witness firsthand how we can use the Quarkus Backstage CLI in order to generate a template from an existing Quarkus application. In this recording, I'm going to take things one step further and add more extensions into the mix. In particular, I'm going to use Quarkus Helm, an extension for generating Helm charts for your Quarkus application. And I'm going to integrate the generated Helm charts into the generated template. This will be done in two phases. Phase number one, the generated Helm chart will be parameterized and added to the template skeleton. And phase number two, the Helm chart values will be exposed as part of the Backstage template parameters. So I will start by adding a couple of extensions to my project. Specifically, I'm adding Kubernetes and Helm, which are needed for generating Helm charts. And I'm also going to modify my application.properties and add Quarkus Backstage template parameters Helm enabled equals true, which is a parameter that allows Quarkus Helm and Quarkus Backstage to work together so that the Helm chart values are exposed as template parameters. And now I should be able to regenerate my template. And when this command is done, I'll be able to see a .helm directory generated in the root of my repository, and also that directory added to the skeleton of my Backstage template. Now, usually the Helm chart is generated under the target folder. However, as you see, target is ignored by Git, so we want it to generate when we are using a Quarkus Backstage. We wanted the all generated content to be somewhere that is visible by Git. So here's the generated Helm chart. Hello Backstage. Here's the values file. Template consists of a deployment and a service template, and also the generated template is added to the project skeleton. The name, of course, is parameterized. The values file is also parameterized, and those parameters are exposed as properties in the generated template, and we use as default values the original values that were found in the generated Helm chart. Let's install the template so that we can use it in order to generate a new project. Yes, I accept. The project will be committed and pushed to the repository. This happens in a different branch, not the main one. It's a branch called Backstage, and the branch is also configurable. So in theory, I should be able to refresh the page and then use the updated template. One thing we notice is now we have an additional section called Helm values, and let's go with the default. I'll just set the GitHub organization, and we see as Helm values that we expose the app image and also the app port, which are exactly the values that were specified in the generated Helm charts template. Now, an interesting fact is that the Quarkus Helm extension generates more values each time you let's say customize your Quarkus Kubernetes configuration. So for example, if I configure the number of replicas, then suddenly the replicas will also be part of the generated Helm chart values, and by extension this will also be part of the screen. Now let me review my changes and click on create. And now I expect to get the application generated. I expect the app to be pushed to GitHub, and let's see what's actually in the GitHub repository, because I want to make sure that my Helm chart template has been rendered correctly. And now we can see that the port 8181 that we used to customize our template is correct. So let me summarize. In this recording, we used Quarkus Helm in order to generate a Helm chart template, and then we used Quarkus Backstage CLI in order to regenerate the template and demonstrate how the generated template now includes a parameterized version of the generated Helm chart. We also had the ability to see the new, let's say, screen that was added to our template wizard, and we also had the chance to customize that value and see that it is correctly rendered in the generated project. So till the next recording, I hope you enjoy that, and see ya. Bye bye.